Okay, we're here in round two. Um, we will definitely keep this hand. Our opponent is on the play, and we are playing against white-blue. Um, I didn't scout a ton of his deck, but I saw Cloistered Youth, I saw Griptide, Traveler's Amulet, and a Gavony Ironright. So, some decent creatures in his deck from the little that I saw. But let's see if he's going to play a land here. That makes sense. Ooh, Delver? Traveler's Amulet. Okay. So we're going to open with our Selfless Cathar. Fixing all our colors, which is a good spot to be in. Pretty good on mana, I would say. We're probably running a little bit too much mana, but I mean, we have a third color, and I don't know. I just don't want to get color screwed, I guess. I'm certain that the Fires of Undeath was worthy of the splash, and that Rally the Peasants, I mean, that just saved me a bunch of time in that last match. So that's kind of sweet. Ooh, Gather the Townsfolk is good. But we just need to get our Elder Cathar online, and we'll be fine. I believe. Okay. Alright, I think we're good on land now. And we pass the turn. So it already appears that Curse of Death's Hold would be good against our opponent. It's especially good against Cloistered Youth if he doesn't already have it on the board, since he can never make it a 3-3. Okay, I'm gonna eat 2 here. Go to 18. Alright, going to 18. And he's going to follow that up with what? Stormbound Geist. Alright, that's pretty decent. That was a bad top deck. Alright, so we'll get in for 1. Maybe I should have been on the 16 land plan. I'm starting to think that's starting to seem like a better option now. But all is not lost. We have this Elder Cathar, so as long as it doesn't get grip-tided on his turn and he bashes back for 4, we're looking alright. He definitely has a more commanding board presence at the moment. I don't know if he has a splash color or not. I didn't watch his game long enough to find that out. I mean, if it attacks with everything clearly blocking, I don't know why I wouldn't. Not when it doesn't matter if Elder Cathar dies. Alright. So, even with a trick at this point, I really don't care how this ends up. Maybe you just wanted a morbid trigger, but there is no white or blue morbid, so what did he hope to gain out of that? That's strange. Was it just purely for the racing aspect of it? Okay. Slip. Yeah, slip's pretty good. So we get in there. If we moment the Elder Cathar now before he has Griptide mana. No, I don't think it's worth it quite yet. I think we'll just bash for 3. He's kind of winning the race, but we have this X factor in the Moment of Heroism, which can just put it right back in our favor. Alright, so we're going to see what his splash color is, if he has one. Might be just looking for the double white. And he is. Okay. See, we can't block the Stormbound Geist anyway, so I think I would rather... I'd rather go 3 for 3 right now. Even though we're a life down. He's got the jump on the race here. So what am I hoping to top deck? I don't know. Fires of Undeath would look pretty good here. I mean, I guess it's not fantastic against the Stormbound Geist, but it would be like... I don't even know if I'd want to... I guess I could play 2 spells to take out the Stormbound Geist. It'd be like half of a Fires of Undeath and a Tragic Slip, but that's a pretty good amount of removal to use to take care of Stormbound Geist. So now he's staying back on the defensive. Alright, he's missing... I don't get this. He's got to have a play here. And why would he leave the human back? He doesn't have a play. This is strange. Alright. Pitchfork. Looks pretty good here. So we're going to play it. Don't want him to know we have the mountain yet, so we'll do this. I like this Pitchfork a lot. Alright, so we'll equip. See Griptides. And we'll swing. See if he's got a Sea Kite, in which case I will Moment of Heroism whatever he blocks. Alright. Alright, still looking pretty good. Could Tragic Slip here, but I don't think that's necessary. We're now officially winning the race, and this moment is a very good trick to have. Assume he's got to do something to his board this turn, and we're well equipped to deal with a lot of things. He's got 6 cards in his hand, so I'm kind of curious what he's having a problem playing. Must just be a bunch of huge guys. Yeah, like that. Alright, so we're still just gonna snap swing on him. Disciple. Yeah. Alright, so we swing in. CV blocks. Well, that just worked out perfect. So, definitely moment. Kill the murder, deal 2 to him. Life swing is more in our favor. Could also kill the Stormbound Geist here, but I don't think that's necessary. So instead, I guess we'll drop the Disciple. And I guess we'll equip it with a Pitchfork. And pass the turn. See if he has another Murder of Crows to play. Okay. So he's got another 5-drop. Disciple and Elder Cathar have some pretty sweet synergy together, so we'll see if I have to bust that out. Stitch Drake. Alright. And Ranged Assistant. He's got 2 cards left in hand. Yeah, I think we're about at the point where probably want to start killing him here. So let me think about the best way to do this. I think I could boost this to a 3/3. Yeah, so I sack the Cathar, pump this Cathar, kill the Stitch Drake with a Tragic Slip. Yeah, I think that's probably the best. So we'll pay 1. Sack this. Pump this. And let's just take this Stitch Drake out now. I don't want to deal with that. And then we bash for 5. 2 lands in the hand. A little bit awkward, but that's okay. Plenty of good top decks we could have. I would settle for a Slayer of the Wicked, but obviously Thraben Sentry would be great. Curse of Death's Hold would be very good. Did we play a land already? No, we didn't. Alright, I guess I'll play a second swamp. Okay, so our board presence is pretty good. He's got some good flyers in his deck. He's got the Murder of Crows, he's got the Stitch Drakes, Stormbound guy. He's got a good flying army, and we do not have the One-Eyed Scarecrows. So we gotta hope that he's on blanks now, or we're not necessarily in trouble, because we still have the potential for a 4/4 first striker swinging in. So I think we actually look okay. He's gonna have some problems dealing with that, I think. So we'll see what he drops here, if he does anything. All right. Yeah, so let's see here. Unruly Mob, yeah. I like that. Village Bellringer, I don't think would wreck me, so let's just do this. If he has Sea Kite, it's a little bit annoying, but my Unruly Mob would get bigger, so it's not horrible. Feeling of Dread here, also, I can handle that. I don't think that's going to be game-breaking for me. I don't believe. Could be, but we're still... That is buying him some time, but we have a ton of good top decks at this point that would put him out. Mostly the curses, as you might imagine. Those would be good top decks. This just keeps his deranged assistant, I guess, from attacking in, but I don't know. It's just nice to have an untapped creature get some value. So, a lot of good top decks we could get. Once again, Rally the Peasants would in this game. opponent definitely has some good tools at his disposal. I will give him that. He's ramping a little bit here, or is he just hoping to get some flashback value? Maybe he's running Think Twice, or I don't know, Grasp of Phantoms. That would have been good for him there. He does have the mana for Grasp of Phantoms. He's debating something. Alright. So he moved past his stage to use that deranged assistant mana. So now let's see what he's playing. Nothing. Draven Heretic. Okay. So, yeah, ton of good top decks at our disposal. Land not being one of them. Abyssinian Priest, though, very good, very, very good. Alright, so let's make him Feeling of Dread. This Disciple is doing wonders, by the way. Okay. So, not doing anything about that. Feeling of Dread was very good for him, but Disciple is going to be really good for us, I think. So, drop this Priest and equip up our Disciple. So now we have a tapper for that Stormbound Geist that's picking away at us. We also have a tapper for any other spirit that he may have, or another Murder of Crows, or something else crazy we don't know about yet. And what will his attacks be? Triple attack. So what does he have here? What trick does he have here? Do I want to risk both of my guys? I can always sack them in response if he has some craziness. I also could sack the Selfless Cathar in a pinch. And either way, Unruly Mob's getting bigger. Yeah, this is just all around worth it, I think. So we're going to block like this and see what he's got. Alright, don't quite know what he's got yet. A little bit surprised he did that. Was he just expecting me to not block, maybe? Oh, Scabglath. Well, turns out I'm not afraid of that guy. Not with an Abyssinian Priest. And he's got 1 mana, so he's dead or not dead yet, I guess, huh? Not quite dead yet. Alright. So I should have him the following turn. I can swing in here for 6. Wait, so if I sack the Cathar, this becomes 3, and this gets double pumped, so it's 6. Yeah, it's still only 6. Any way you look at it, it is 6. Oh wait, I could sack the priest too? Yeah, alright, so wait. Yeah, I got it, I got it, I got it. This is the best line. Alright, so we do this. Tap him. We sack. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so we pay 1. We sack the priest. Gain some life. And that should be lethal. I'm not sure what 1 blue out there is to this, so I think this is going to kill him. Alright, sweet. Got there. Awesome. That worked out. Glad I saw that line. Alright, so blue, white. So what are some options I can do against this guy? I'm supposed to have some good sideboard options, I thought. Rebuke looks pretty good against both Murder of Crows and Scab Goliath. So I believe that's coming in. Actually, Smite looks like it's a pretty good option too. Same reason. Why don't we cut a Skillful Lunge for the Smite? I think I'd rather just be able to pick and choose when I want to kill big stuff. And what do I want to cut for Rebuke? I don't want to cut a creature, but they all look good. I'm not sure, but the Rebuke is so good against the massive stuff. Is Fires of Undeath not looking that great against him? I mean, that game I could have hit Thraben Heretic. No, I think it's worth it. God, what am I cutting? Pitchfork just was like awesome that game. Moment came up huge that game, but maybe Moment's like a little less important than the being able to smite. I mean, we also have the Slayer. Yeah, let's take out the Rebuke. I'm gonna take back my Rebuke idea. I think I'd rather have the Smite and the Slayer for the Stitch Drake and such, and the Scab Goliath, and then the Smite to hit the Murder of Crows and the Scab Goliath as well. But maybe I like the Rebuke more than the Smite. Is he going to be defensive on me? No, maybe I do like the Rebuke more, because he's going to be getting in there with his flyers most of the time, I think. Not exactly sure. I think I like Rebuke more than Smite, because I might have to hit something else with it. I'm not exactly sure, actually. That's kind of tough. But I'm going to try it with Rebuke first. Okay, opponent is playing first, and yeah, we can keep this. I'm going to open with the Selfless Cathar, only because I'm hoping to top deck a black mana so I can search up the red mana with this Evolving Wilds, so I don't have to worry about being unable to play this later. I feel like that's going to be pretty important, but I'm just not sure yet. This guy likes to play post-combat lands. Okay. Oh, he mulliganed twice this game. I didn't even realize that. Well, it appears that we're going to be searching up a black mana pretty shortly here. But I guess we don't have to yet. We can save that Evolving Wilds till we see what we need. We don't have to play it right away. Not until there's a real threat we have to deal with here. Is he going to miss his land drop? That would help us pretty tremendously. No, he's got it. Oh, and he has a totally relevant play as well. So far, it looks like game one. Alright, so we're playing the plains here unless we draw a swamp, and then we can search up the red mana. I guess we still can't really... Ooh, now I kind of want to play this on turn 3. Oh, how important is this Fires of Undeath going to be? I think these are more important things I need to be going for now, and I definitely want to do a turn 3 Elder Cathar. And I don't want to have to hold out for 2 swamps. Ugh, but then I'm only left with... There's 6 swamps in the deck. Tough spot to be in. Alright, playing the Evolving Wilds. Pretty sure we're searching up swamp. And possibly resigning Fires of Undeath to be a dead card the entire game. Unless we top deck a mountain. I mean, I could search up mountain here, but... I mean, it would open up Fires of Undeath to me. How important is that? We'll see what he does on his turn. If he plays like a Thraben Heretic, I guess I'm a little more likely to search for a red mana. I feel like I'm going to top deck a swamp my next turn here. I mean, I have 6 swamps available to me. I feel like if we resolve a Curse of Death's Hold against this guy, we probably just win, but I guess I am unsure as of yet. He's got a Stormbound Geist again, too? Oh, Nibblus of the Breath. I do kind of want to kill me a Nibblus of the Breath, but I will be able to with a Tragic Slip anyway, so... yeah, black mana it is, and I'm ready to top deck a swamp. I'll accept it. Alright, well, didn't top deck a swamp. So, swing in for 1. Drop the Elder Cathar. Two cards remaining in our opponent's hand. Standing by my... If we resolve a Curse of Death's Hold, we probably win this game. Could be building towards his... he's got Stormbound Geist. He's got good flyers in this deck. He's just got an all-around solid deck, it looked like. I'm still unsure why he attacked in last game with the Deranged Assistant and the Thraben Heretic. I guess he was just hoping that I wouldn't block for fear of a trick. But since I had Unruly Mob on board, I really wasn't worried about losing my team. Alright, so now he's only getting in for 2, which is very good for us. It's going to make this Tragic Slip look a lot better. Okay. And now that he's tapped out a white, we don't have to fear Faith's Shield or anything like that, so I think I am just going to Tragic Slip right away. Could also Slayer. Doesn't actually do anything right now, though, so... Instead, we will Tragic Slip this. And bash for 2. So now swamp off the top, and we're looking real good. Kind of tempted to play Moment here just to give us the life advantage. And we already have the card advantage still, so this will just help us in the race that we want to do. Yeah, because I don't want to have to worry about Griptide later. I guess this doesn't... I mean... Yeah, it's worth it. Because then when he cracks back... I mean, I've got my mana kind of occupied for the next few turns anyway. This gains me life, buys me time. My late game's got to be better than his. I mean, he's got the Murder of Crows and stuff, I guess, but I've got a Curse in hand and a Fires of Undeath, and I've got plenty of good draws available to me. And I've got the out for the Stitch Drake that he may or may not have. I do not have an out against a Murder of Crows at the moment, so that is a legitimate concern. I guess the moment could have gotten there again. This guy had a good mull to 5. I'll definitely give him that. He's kept himself pretty occupied. I mean, I could have saved the moment for defense here, but he does actually have Griptide mana up. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be using his 4 mana here, so something to keep in mind. Stitch Drake can easily deal with. Makeshift Mauler, easily deal with. Headless Scab can deal with that too. What can't I deal with? Murder of Crows. Oh, which he just milled away. So, lucky us. Got rid of the one bomb that we know of that would have just wrecked us pretty badly. Gavany Ironright. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. I think we're still okay though. So swamp off the top, and our opponent is pretty well wrecked. Oh man. So 5 swamps in our deck that we're just waiting for at the moment. Fortunately, just have to sit here, but nice thing is he doesn't have any pressure, and he has less than 6 minutes left on his clock too. I didn't realize he was playing that slowly. Targeting me, so he wants to mill me. He mills a Scurzdag Flare and a Screeching Bat. Actually pretty good cards to get rid of, Scurzdag Flare especially. But the nice thing is that gets us that much closer to swamps now, so let's start playing these curses. I'm not sure why he thought Scoured Us. He's got flashback spells in there. I mean, he did hit 2 legitimately good cards. Screeching Bat would be pretty awesome right now, and as would Scurzdag Flare. So he did hit, in his defense, he hit 2 good cards. Hopefully he doesn't have 2 Murder of Crows. That would be a legitimate concern of mine. God, I just really want to slam a... Ooh. That is pretty hot right there. That's tough. I don't know exactly how I'm going to get out of that situation, I think. I'm not sure yet. So it looks like we very easily could lose against the 5-card hand. Depends on what he gets here, I guess. Stitch Drake is what we're hoping for, so I can at least kill it and get a Slayer on board. Alright. This guy had the most amazing 5-card hand he could have possibly had, I think. It's pretty amazing. I'm really impressed with how good his 5-card hand was. And he doesn't attack with the huge guy. Haven't quite figured that one out yet, but I'm glad that he did not. So we're gonna, even if it's a swamp at this point, well, got our Fires of Undeath online. But we're gonna kill Stitch Drake. So he's in top deck mode now, but he's got a good board presence. That Gavany Ironright with a Spectral Flight is pretty good for him, especially since I don't actually have any outs that I know of against that. Yeah, I don't actually think I have any outs against that. I've got to start cursing him real soon here. So once he starts swinging in, though, the nice thing is I've got Fires of Undeath online, so I've at least got that going for me. If he's hoping to race. What is he planning? Attacking with everything. Kind of a confusing line of play, I guess, but I'm still going to block. You can have tricks now, and I guess I'll accept that. Alright. I think it's because he's low on time, so he's just kind of trying to rush it now. That was kind of a lousy draw, but that's okay. So we'll get in there for a bunch. And let's see. Yeah, if I Fires of Undeath him at the end of his turn and I'm able to get in, I will actually be able to kill him without having played either of the Curse of Death's Hold in my hand. No attacks. Alright, well, at this point I will just sit back then. Raven Sentry, yeah, you look good. You are definitely good. I guess I'll leave up Removal Man. No, we've got to leave up Selfless Cathar so I can flip them. That makes more sense. Okay. Could just attack with the Cathar here, and then I can pump the Sentry and he'll get huge, but then that opens him up for Cryptide. No, I don't like it. I'm going to wait. We can play the waiting game here. We've got substantially more time than our opponent, and a much more commanding board presence. And the whole Selfless Cathar Draven Sentry thing is always sweet. I mean, I'm more than willing to win through time. And I don't really want to give him Fateful Hour either, so I think this is better for me in the long run. Alright, well, getting close to the point where we can just kill him, I believe. Do I want to? No, I don't think so. I was going to say attack with the Elder Cathar, but still don't think it's quite worth it yet. Might be worth it next turn. At this point, it might be worth it to Fires of Undeath him and then swing in with everything and Selfless Cathar for the Sentry next turn. Possibly. Otherwise, I mean, I am just substantially winning through time, so I can just sort of sit here. Still no attacks. I don't even want to deal with combat math right now. I've got so much more time than him, and I'm up a game. There's really actually like no chance at this point of him winning, I think. And I've got a second Sentry now, so at this point I think I can just... I don't even want to give him Fateful Hour. I don't even want to risk the possibility of like losing this game. Not that it really matters, I guess, because I would just win in game 3 when he couldn't kill me in under 2 minutes or whatever. So I guess it's not a big deal either way, but I probably should just swing in on him next turn. Oh, he saw his Scab Goliath as well. Pretty impressive. Makes me a little less eager to attack now. But that is okay. I think we're just going to let our opponent get timed out here. Alright, Curse was definitely sweet. All of his guys get weaker. And he has 3 blockers, so he blocks my 3 strongest guys. He would still take 2, 5 from that. No, it's still not worth it. No reason to give him Fateful Hour and die on a crackback. That's just dumb. Especially since he's got two of these things. I just have to make sure I kill him in one turn, is really what it boils down to, I believe. I mean, I might have been able to kill him last turn, but I'm not even going to worry about tricks and stuff like that. I don't think it's worth it. He doesn't really have any chance. I'm just going to let him time out. I don't even want to give him a game. God, he had 2 Murder of Crows? This guy's deck was ridiculous. Alright, I'm going to double curse him just for spite, I guess. He's out of time. It doesn't really matter. His clock's at 0 seconds right now. Oh, it says 1 again. Okay. So yeah, doing that. Double curse him. Play that, and we'll pass the turn. I'll just let him lose to time. Alright. We got there. We're on to the finals. Alright, I'll see you in a second.